Welcome, beautiful people, to season 2, episode 5 of Jahmi Roc's Jottings, the seriously silly space for intentional musicology, sonic joy, and the kind of reggae insight that'll keep your mind rocking and your thoughts swaying. I'm your host, Jahmi Roc, aka Raquel Bernard. Let's jam our way into part 2 of an interview with my dear friend Nikkita McPherson, exploring how reggae music affects mood, uplifts the spirit, and boosts happiness. Nikkita, welcome back.
Thank you again for having me.
Of course, my dear. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So we talked about a few different things last time. Your first encounters with reggae, the ways that you think reggae influences your mood, and we pulled in some other genres while we talked about that, some R&B, some dancehall. So today we're gonna just continue and keep it going and talk about first community and global connection. So how do you see reggae music bringing together people or spreading positivity on a wider scale?
I it's to me that's a hard question because I'm still learning the history behind reggae and the ways in which reggae artists like Bob Marley were not as well received as people paint try to rewrite the history to be.
Hmm.
But there's this global acceptance that happens with reggae. A lot of reggae and dancehall artists have a hard time, from my understanding, um, being able to get the visas they need to go come to the US. But in terms of going to other countries around the rest of the world,
Yeah,
and dancehall is more global than people realize. And
yeah,
there's a way in which reggae influenced Afro beats.
absolutely.
Um, and so I've just from my observations and the little history I do know about reggae, especially, it's a type of rebellious music as well because it's asking the person to go inward,
Yeah,
and these systems don't want us to go inward, right? And so, um, yeah.
nice. Awesome. And one of the things that you made me think about when you were answering that question is just how there are like reggae communities in different places. Like there's Brazilian reggae community, there's a Japanese reggae community, and um there are also just a lot of like as you were saying, like the reggae dancehall influence that made Afrobeat. That was just writing in one of my dissertation chapters the other day about like the different ingredients that made Afrobeat, and it's like various African genres of music as well as Jamaican dancehall that come together to make it. Um, and there's a couple of different scholars that talk about it. And one talks about like, the dancehall influence on reggaeton, you know?
Mhm.
So there's a lot. Um, I was curious now, making it a little bit more personal. What themes, I think you started talking about it a little bit, but what themes or messages in reggae resonate most with your sense of happiness and hope?
Anything that's like shoot down Babylon.
Mm,
Yeah. So liberation, themes of liberation, which is complicated because um it's a lot of the artists who write music that is about taking down the man their personal politics around, say, queer people is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like whatever the gift that they gave with the song, and also knowing that they're not a, excuse me, sorry, excuse me. Also knowing that their personal politics are not aligned to mine.
Mm,
So that's just always a complicated relationship I've also had with reggae and dancehall.
yeah.
Um, and I think more and more people talk about it openly. So I don't feel as alone in the ways in which I feel inspired, or the theme of inspiration, the theme of being proud to be African, the theme of being proud to be Jamaican. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorite artists when I was a kid, like I wish he was my dad, like at one point. It's Elephant Man.
Oh, really?
Uh, and so he like made me proud to be Jamaican. Because when I was younger, I had a lot more energy and like would dance. If a song came on and I knew to dance, I'm dancing wherever we are. Um, and he was known for climbing up ladders and gates and really putting on a show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, um, another theme is sensuality
Yep.
or sexuality and the ways in which pleasure, um, how pleasure is talked about, if it's talked about at all. Um, and of course, there's the toxic masculinity we could unpack and talk about, but there's this focus on, in my opinion, pleasure and sensuality in our music that's encouraged.
Nice. Excellent. Excellent. A few different things that jump out to me from your answer. One is, uh, I'm doing the dissertation now, and I have that chapter on Queen Africa, who has, songs like Daddy Don't Touch Me There. And, um, she's one of several artists who is on a tune about stand against rape and sexual assault. And at the same time, she has a tune that is homophobic and transphobic called Keep It to Yourself. And she's actually in interviews saying that, oh, I'm not homophobic, that, that song can be interpreted in different ways. And I'm sitting here like, Queen Africa, stop it. You know that song's homophobic. But I'll leave her be, but it was one of those chapters where I'm exploring this idea that the duality going on with these artists that want to chant down Babylon, but at the same time uphold Babylonian systems like cis heteropatriarchy.
Right.
Yeah. And then the next thing that you said, about sensuality, there's a book called Dancehall Queen Erotic Subversion, and it talks about the ways that dancehall women and their posturings and, their sexuality and their eroticness, um, is a type of subversion of, mores that try to restrict them. And I love that book. It's a really great book. I encourage anyone listening to go get it. It's edited by Donna Hope. And it's just really useful. It's a useful book in, exploring some of those very themes that you bring up about sensuality. Yeah. Nice. So let's jump back in to these questions. Have you ever shared reggae or dancehall for that matter with someone to help them feel better? What was their reaction?
Honestly, I don't know if I've intentionally done. I don't remember ever like playing a song for anybody. But what I do remember is that um I would always go up to a DJ and be, if I didn't hear reggae, if it's been 20 minutes and I haven't heard a reggae song or a dancehall song, I'm going up to the DJ and I'm like, so any dancehall tonight?
Yeah.
Any reggae tonight? And I always had reggae or dancehall on my playlist when I would like be responsible for a van or a get together at college.
Hmm.
Um, and if a new song came out, a new reggae song came out that I really like,
Hmm.
and I'm with a group of friends and they're taking requests, I'm always going to say a reggae or dancehall song, always,
Hmm. Always.
always. So, but I can't remember. Um, I will say that when I was coming out of a very deep depression, and I was at my mom's house, and she was the one taking care of me when I was in that depression. And I decided to play music. Um, I could tell that she knew I was okay in a good place because I was playing old school reggae, old school dancehall.
Who are some of the artists who are playing?
Beanie Man, Barris Hammond, Sanchez, Ghost.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, those are the main ones.
I love that.
And then I don't know what the connection between Mahalia Jackson and Jamaican people is, but yeah.
Just the powerhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had done a project on Mahalia Jackson in school for my civil rights and the role of music in the civil rights movement class, led by the incomparable Bernice Reagan Johnson or Johnson Regan. I always switch her name up. I don't know why. Love her. Um, let's see. How do reggae artists inspire social or personal change through their music?
They observe the world that we're in and they name it as it is,
Hmm.
you know. Um, what there's this video, Buju Banton has a song, and the video is has clips from Black Lives Matter, um, in particular, and I don't know why when I'm on the spot, it's called Blessed. Uh,
Hey, tell them so we bless. Tell them we bless them, we bless them, we bless.
yeah, yeah. And so that song, uh, I would play at these workshops that I would do for predominantly white people. I would play that song Blessed
Nice.
by Buju Banton. Um, I lost my train of thought. Could you repeat the question
Yeah,
again?
how do reggae artists inspire social or personal change through their music?
Yeah, so um there's also like the affirmations that you get from a lot of songs about bigging up yourself, not comparing yourself to other people, not fighting over a man. So decentering
We
man.
not fight over man.
That's right. So um, you know, given the playbook of how to decenter men and how to navigate the patriarchy. That's all I'm gonna keep it at. uh, and yeah, the larger message to the world of out of many one people essentially.
Hmm.
That's like the larger message often is. And I grew up where anybody could be Jamaican. You could,
Hmm.
and we are like the critical side of me didn't like when Adele had her little outfit on, but the Jamaican side of me was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
trying to rep it. I see you trying.
Yeah.
But the critical side of me was like, all right, white lady. But um, it was, yeah, it's there's a pride. That's also, I think, something that, in terms of personally and globally, that our music does. Oh, sorry, that our music does is our music encourage people to be brave, encourages people to be authentic. It asks people to be themselves.
Yes.
So you got Skillibeng that he gets featured on a song with Nao, and it that song is called Balance, and it's just a
Mm-hmm.
beautiful mix
Mm-hmm.
of genres. Um, and it reminds people to to always stay connected to home.
I like that.
And so stay connected to home, be it your first home being your body. So staying connected to your body, which is where the dancing and instructions that some people like to make fun of, that we be giving instructions in our songs, but like it's a great workout. Shoot.
Okay.
um, and so yeah. Um, I I don't know if I already said this, but this the pride. I'm just very proud to be connected, my roots being Jamaica, especially being the history of us being stolen from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah,
That is beautiful. Thank you so much. Um, we got two last questions for you. So, if you could recommend one reggae song to instantly lift someone's mood, what would it be and why?
this really lifts someone's mood. Oh man. Okay. Instantly lift somebody's mood. Oh man. This is so hard. Um,
Is it the choosing one of them?
it's when I want my mood lifted, it's I want to be reminded that I'm a gangster. So it's the also, do I want to get up and dance? And honestly, if we're gonna lift somebody's mood, the song that I would say is Balance by Nao featuring Skillibeng.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Why?
because it wants you to get up and dance. It's also talking about falling in love. It's also talking about moving your body and going with the flow. And the music video is great. Um, and in this moment that we're in now, I would say Wop Wop by Skillibeng. uh, but I want to go with Balance because makes you get up and dance versus wanting to get up and shoot.
Right. Nice. Um, and finally, what advice would you give to listeners looking to use reggae music as a tool for happiness and spiritual upliftment?
I would say pick a chill song, reggae song, old school reggae song to be your alarm.
Ooh.
Uh, so you're instead of some blaring abstract alarm, have a song that's uplifting, like a reggae song. Um, I love Natural Mystic.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I would say um, dancing to a song for well, at least one song, just moving your body to the song in whatever ways feel good for you. And watching some dancehall videos online and learning some moves.
Yeah.
uh, yeah.
So, I love the idea of using reggae to wake you up. That sounds beautiful. There's a new cover of Natural Mystic by Reese Antoinette, Eli Fola, and Dale Virgo that you
Okay.
want to check out. It has this kind of house vibe to it
Okay.
with the reggae, so I think you would like it. Beautiful. So again, thank you so much, Nikkita, for joining me on this episode of Jahmi Roc's Jottings. I hope to feature you again in the future.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
Of course, my dear. No problem. You're so welcome. And to our listeners, thank you for chiming in, listening in. Uh, Big up yourself. Have a beautiful and blessed week. And join me next week when I interview another guest. Big up yourself. Bless up.